Hey, what's up? It's your boy, 24/7 here with my brother, Baron Norman Tag. How's it going, brother?
It's going absolutely peachy. Absolutely peachy. Glad. Thank you so much. And I take it you're doing fine as well. Oh, what the heck? I'm just going to turn this on. I'm ugly today. Oh, let's put that
It's
up
all
there. Oh,
good.
yeah, I'm not.
No, you're
Been
good.
working, packing, taking care of stuff. Actually, the Xfinity person came by, and boy, when we move into that new place, half of our internet will be cut completely for 2 years.
What's that supposed to mean?
Cut in half the price. So I'll be
Oh,
paying less. And
oh,
I'm going to be getting a faster speed. And that's even better. So I'm paying less for more,
right,
literally.
right.
So
Oh, that's
I know
that's
I'm
always a
boring
good thing.
everybody with that BS. That's my life right now. Besides going crazy, having mouse, hail mouse, all that stuff.
Right, right. Hell the mouse.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, it's been a little hectic, so it's been kind of keeping me away from stuff. But I try to do what I can. But once we get moved, this is a warning, everybody. I'll be more active out there. I
that's
really will. I'll be
that's
able to focus more to this. And what you see behind me will look
right.
different in the new tag. It's Tag Cottage. It's not the manor no more. We're going to a cottage.
There you go. Well, that sounds awesome, man. But great to have you back on, man. And
Yeah,
we
yeah,
missed you. So,
yeah. I had a pleasant Easter with my family, including the old man. He was over there, so I mean, we went to his place. My mom did
mm,
a wonderful meal and gave us leftovers. So yeah, it's an interesting thing when we have our get-togethers. My obviously my parents, my wife, my former wife is there because of my daughter, obviously, and of course, my daughter's been bouncing back and forth between her and her um, fiance's family. So
huh. Well,
I
I
know,
mean, but at least you got the whole family together. So that's
yeah, kind of, yeah. We had
there
a
you
they came over to dessert, so that helped out, So,
go. Right.
but next year they'll be coming for the meal, and I suppose they'll go to the other place for the. I don't know. It's how we used to have to do things before. Okay, we got to spend time with this family, then spend time with that
Right,
family.
right. Well, it'll all come together somehow, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, not
Yeah.
worried at all. It's fun. I mean, did see
Right.
it, try to terrorize my future son-in-law. But my God, he's so square. He's so square. But that's good. He's a nerd. He's a gamer. He likes playing on the computer, the Xbox,
Right. Right.
whatever it is they got now, the you know
Then yeah, ain't
mega
nothing wrong with
mega
that.
one or whatever, and
Right.
and switches. And my daughter has her like I don't know $1,000 plus gaming computer. The reason why it's so cheap is she had her cousin put it together for her.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
No, no,
Nothing
I'm
wrong with
jealous.
that.
Actually, I'm jealous.
Well, trust me, you'll get yours, soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, with this move and all that, we'll be able to save more money. But yeah, I'm needing to have a new computer. I mean, this
Right.
laptop is wonderful, but it's making strange noises. I've had it since I've been in this house, so it's been probably about 8 years,
Yeah.
7, 8.
Well, hey, you might need to get it looked at, man.
Yeah, yeah. Eh, it's okay. I mean, sometimes it makes noises, sometimes it doesn't.
Huh. But I tell you what, I'm gonna say what's up. See who we have here in the
Oh, who we
chat.
have? And
Yeah,
it
we
doesn't
have.
show up beside here. I'm mad about that.
We got our brother over here, low spec Linux laptop. What's going on, Jeff? Hopefully,
Hey,
there
big
you
one,
go.
bro.
Hopefully you're doing well. And we got Penny in the house. Hey, Penny, how
Penny,
you doing? Yeah,
I love it when she comes. It means she thinks higher of us than Danny. I'm
nah,
kidding.
nah, nah.
She
Penny's
she
awesome,
loves
man.
Danny. Yeah, Danny's a great guy. I love Danny.
Yeah,
Haven't
nah, he's
talked to him a little
awesome
bit.
too.
He is.
She's been hanging out with O24, so it's been
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
I appreciate
And,
the actually.
and Penny's an awesome lady. So
Yeah, she said she just got out of church, so
oh okay.
that's always a good thing. There you go.
Yeah, okay. Tuesday night church. Okay. Usually, I'm used to having like Sundays and Wednesdays. So
Hmm. There you go.
yeah, I got a book called the
Making hats and
YouTube Guru,
scarves
so I
for the
can see what's
needy.
going
Oh,
on.
that's awesome right there.
Oh, that's what the missus do. They have their purse, what they call purse shawl. But
Right.
they spend the time either knitting or for many others crocheting, and they make blankets, baby
Right.
blankets,
Right.
other stuff, hats. The stocking hats,
Right.
mittens,
Right.
and this all goes to donation. It's just like these women are a machine.
Hmm.
They are a machine when they put this stuff out.
Well, shit, at least we see Penny doing a good thing. So
Oh yeah,
I know everybody appreciates you. Shit, I appreciate you letting us know that.
love you for that. Your
Yeah.
blessings. You're a wonderful person, Penny.
Yeah. So hell to you and the ladies at the church. Y'all
Yeah.
doing some good stuff over there.
Mm-hmm.
So my brother Hephaestus, how's it going? Shit,
Yeah.
both of
Now,
them.
now, now I'm gonna be
Yeah.
here.
No, I'm saying Hephaestus. I was gonna say both of the Pearson brothers are here.
Mm.
Yeah. See, you got Jeff Pearson, Low Spec Linux, and Robert Pearson,
Oh.
Hephaestus. Yeah. So and it's like I say, man, they're two awesome guys, man. Even though there's they're brothers from different mothers, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, they're still, man. I call them the Pearson brothers, man. Great guys,
Mm-hmm.
man.
There. Now I'll be able to say, "Hey, Danny's there. Hi, Danny." Now I really gotta be here. I can't see.
Nah, it's all good, man.
I know I'm teasing.
What's up, Zach? Got Zach's in the house,
Mm-hmm.
man. Yeah, great to have you here, brother. Man, hopefully everything's good with you. And look at that, everybody saying what's up to each other.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you're being weird again.
Another the chat is just jumping on me here. JJ Abrams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's up. We got JJ Abrams in the house. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's some good stuff right there, man.
Cap.
He says, his Gap After Dark, I played a prank. Oh, well, what's up, Gap? Okay. He said I played a prank on Mexican Iron Man and changed my name twice, so I have to wait 14 days to change it back. Oh, okay.
so Mike gets the last laugh. I love it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I bet you it was worth it. I bet you it was worth it. But
Mm-hmm.
you used up all your get out of jail free cards, so you gotta wait 14 days, man. It's fucked up, but I know if the laugh was worth it, then it's all good, man. So
Well, you suffer for your art, and that's what he's doing. He's being a professional. You suffer to make the best thing happen. And tormenting Mexican Iron Man. Well, I know Gap is good. Gap is good.
right,
He's good at knowing everybody. You would know him.
nah, Gap's
No,
awesome.
I know he's a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
guy.
hey,
Yeah.
that was appreciate you letting us know that. That's something I'm gonna have to fuck with Mike about when I talk to him. Dark
Yeah,
Knight, what's going on, brother? He says, I'm here. That's what's up, man. Man, great to have you here, man. That's what's up, man. All right.
Yeah.
Gap After Dark. Hey, that's some good shit, man. That's pretty funny, man.
He's
All right.
yeah.
Phil McCracken. What's going on, Phil? Shit.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Kick that guy! He's horrible. He's a rotten guy. No. Hey, how you doing, Phil? One of the best trolls on the web. Here he's.
Where's my Candy? Oh, Candy. Okay.
Where's your candy?
Man, it's great to have everybody here, man. Phil, appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
Gap,
I do too.
Penny,
Mm-hmm.
Danny and Penny. I appreciate y'all. Hephaestus, Jeff. Yeah, thank y'all. And anybody else that's listening and anybody checking it out on the replay. Thank y'all for being here, man. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Holy shit. This thing jumped again. Penny said, I saw Mario this morning. Okay. I'll tell you what, Penny, real quick. What did you, I don't know, 1 through 10, how would you rate it? Did you enjoy it? I know it might be a minute before you probably can put it all in, but take your time. but yeah, whenever you can respond, you can drop a quick little respond in there.
Mhm.
Oh, Gap said it was worth it. That's what's up, man. That's man.
Yeah,
He says I'm
he's
listening,
dedicated.
man. Yeah.
He's dedicated. Yeah.
He says the first name change I did to make it Iron Man with Steven Spielberg, and then changed it to J.J. Abrams. Oh, okay. And Danny says, sadly, I have to leave, but I wanted to
What?
give you a like
Oh,
and say hi. Sure to say bye before I leave, though. That's cool, man. But thank you for being here, man.
yeah,
And
Danny.
yeah, man, appreciate that, man. Gonna have to have you on, man, sometime whenever you whenever you have a moment, man.
Don't let him know I do like him.
Nah,
Don't let him know
man. Nah,
that.
nah. Danny's always been good to me, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man.
He's a
And
good lad.
like I say, man, whenever you have a moment, I'd love to have you on, man.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a bunch of y'all on, actually. Shit, like being honest. Mario movie was good. Everest Productions, appreciate you, Everest. Thank you, man. That's what's up, man. A
Yeah.
9 out of 10, and Penny gave it a 9. Look at that, 2 9s.
Yeah.
Look at that, and you know what? I trust both y'all tastes.
And I think Pacific liked it too. He said he gave it high regards. So
Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch this, man. Yeah, man,
yeah.
that's good shit. I heard that, man. I heard like well, and not actually. I heard. I've been looking at videos where people have been putting up the numbers, like comparing how this thing is coming out the gate compared to other movies. And boy, this thing is whooping ass. They say it's on the level of Frozen, and then when Frozen came out, Frozen was a beast, man. Like
Really?
I mean, whether you like Frozen or not, Disney's Frozen.
Mhm.
When it came out, it was still,
It was a
that was
monster.
before Disney was, Disney was still Disney. It was still,
Yeah.
it was still, somewhat
Mhm.
respectable, man. And and Frozen, a lot of people enjoyed it. So,
Mhm.
but they say
Yeah.
that was, when Frozen came out, it came out strong, and they say
Mhm.
Mario is coming out gangbusters just like that,
Yeah.
which
I
says a
think it
lot.
came. It came about this part where it was starting to teeter a little bit for Disney. And, the best thing they did with that film, though, and the thing I was worried about, they were going to overdo the snowman, and they did it.
Right,
And that
right,
was
right,
that
right.
was if there's one thing that really made it a breath of fresh air. They didn't go nuts and
On
have him.
the snowman.
Hmm.
And he said she fell asleep for a bit, but she was just
Yeah.
tired. I feel you on that. Dark Knight says, yo, 100. That's what's up, man. Appreciate that, man. And Gap After Dark says, just got through watching 3 episodes of V from 2009.
Oh yeah.
This series, I really liked the show. I know it was a reboot, but it was pretty good. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you something. I own everything of V when it comes to the original series.
Hmm.
I have the whole thing on DVD.
Hmm.
So I have the two miniseries, and then I have the actual series,
Hmm.
all from the early '80s. Now
Hmm.
that was awesome.
Yeah.
Then I also have the reboot that he's talking about from
Hmm.
2009 that had 2 seasons,
Right.
and I own those too.
Yep.
Now
And
go
are
for it,
you
brother.
talking? Are you going to talk about the V80 TV series that they had after the miniseries?
Yeah. That was a series that I said I had. It was the
Okay.
2 limited series, and then the ongoing series that they had in the early
Yeah.
'80s, and
Because
then right with Mark Singer.
yeah, they had V. Then you had V, the final
The final no the final battle.
the final battle, and then you had
Yeah,
the TV series,
and then you had the TV series, right?
which was
And then
the TV series is bad. So.
I mean it was I mean when you hear the behind the scenes stories of
Yeah.
what happened, the creators, they were kind of robbed of the money. They were stripped of money. Like they had more of a budget going into the first two miniseries, but then when it came to the actual ongoing series, then they cheapened the budget and they had to work through all that shit, and it came, it was rough during production, and you can actually, when you go back and you look at it, you can see how it suffered, in the quality, but they did what they could, man, and I love V, man. I love Mark Singer, man, and catching dude, that whole series
Michael Ironside's in there, and at least in the second one, you had Robert Englund. In there,
Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger.
So, I mean, but the thing is you watch him in this, how different he is, what he's known for. He has that kind of that, Marvin Milquetoast.
Now, I'm gonna share with you, Gap, how I felt about V 2009.
Okay, now, I'll follow up when he's done. Okay.
Now, when that thing came out, I thought it was interesting. Now, this is where I think that show failed at, and they had a good way of actually bringing in the original series into that 2009 series, and they failed in every way to do it. The thing is they could have played it all off as if that the first rebellion from the early 80s actually happened. Reason why is because if you were able to bring in the original actors and actresses, dude, at least, dude, you brought in Diana and you brought in Mark Singer. Dude, they dropped the ball when they brought in Mark Singer. If I was Mark Singer, I would have had him come back as the same character he was in the 80s. And try to, with him trying to let the world know that, hey, when y'all thought that we got rid of them, they're still here. And he could have been like the old war vet from the original war that's sitting there trying to remind people, that they're back. And I mean, the thing is, this is science fiction. They could have written this thing in so many ways, and they didn't, man. And dude, I would have had Mark Singer come back as his original character, man. Being an old war vet from the original war, dude. You know how many people would have gravitated to that shit versus how that played out, how that second season played out. And then especially when I heard that he had the ability to do it too. They said, hey, man, do you want to come back as your original character from the 80s? He was like, nah, I want to be somebody new and different. Why? That was what got you famous between that and Beastmaster? And you want to be somebody else? I was like, come on, man. I still cut for Mark Singer, but dude, he dropped the ball in that V reboot, man. I would have came back as the original character. Why? Because, man, people love that dude, man. He was a badass fucking hero, man. In during the 2V miniseries and the ongoing series. Hell, I even got the original comic books from DC Comics. And
I have the whole run.
And those are hard to find. So if you guys ever try to look up V, the comic book for DC Comics, you look that up. People will charge you an arm and a leg for it. They'll charge you an arm and a leg for it. And it actually, if I'm not mistaken, it only had like 18 issues, 17, 18 issues.
17.
Yeah. So it was a very short run. But even for that short of run of comic books, it'd be hard for you to catch somebody selling it, complete it, and if they do, they're gonna hit you over the head for the price.
And not only do I have the entire run, but I showed you that previously the Norwegian copy I picked up, where they basically have the first two issues together, and they have it listed as a mini series, of so many issues. I can't remember how many, but it works out to how many issues that were done. So.
Look, check this out. Everest Productions said good, wholesome family entertainment in an age when they need to put the messages and woke shit in kids movies. Mario Brothers comes as friendly for everyone and wholesome. That's what's up, man. So that's okay. That's why you
Except
gave
for
it a
turtles.
9.
Except for turtles.
That's
Yeah.
cool. And Danny says it's somewhere in the neighborhood between 400 and 500 million already.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So it's already busting close to a half a bill.
Mm-hmm. The and going back to the V talk, the 2009.
Right.
One of the problems that they had was ABC was effing around with the time again.
Yeah, and I read
And so that was a major hurt. There was attempt to do a third miniseries, kind of like what you were proposing,
right.
where it's so far and then they're coming back type of thing with all the cast. I like that they went a different flow and didn't try to copy and paste the original miniseries.
With that, hey, Lady Miss, how you doing? It's great to have you here. Yeah, Lady Miss in the house. She's awesome too.
Unfortunately, I don't get to see I don't know what StreamYards is doing, but they don't show the chats anymore over here.
Oh, I don't. I've heard about that, man. Sorry, but I don't even know.
Oh, it's not your fault. It's StreamYards. They're being a bunch of goombas.
The thing is, when you watch those 2 seasons of the 2009 V, you can see that I said they brought back the actress that's Diana. She looked great. I was like, wow. And I'm like, why didn't we? And I'm thinking, like, why didn't you just bring her back and and have her be something more than that little cameo deal that you put her in the show for? And then the thing is, when you brought back Mark Singer and made him a part of the cast, and he wasn't his original character, that's when I was like, fuck this show, man.
Sadly, the thing is too is he was introduced basically like the second or the last episode, so he didn't get much airtime as that character, which they were planning to do for the next season. Leaving it.
Look, I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody that's a V fan, if you'd have seen Mark Singer come back with that fucking brown jacket, looking the way he looked out of the '80s, like he came back out of as one of the last people from the original rebellion, and he was talking like, "Hey, I already been through this shit before," Do you know how many people would have erupted to want to see him come back and be the character that he was in the original V?
Yeah,
I mean, dude, people would have been sick, and they blew it the same way JJ blew it with Star Wars and The Force Awakens with Han, Luke, and Leia. Having them, you got all 3 actors and actresses together. And you don't do shit with them. That shit was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it was Jace Hall who was one of the producers behind the new one there. He stumbled on that one. He was also wanting to do a remake of Space 1999 also. But I don't know whatever happened to that.
So Gap says, I'm going to make you speechless again. I have the original V, the Visitor's action figure, the only toy they released.
Yeah, it was like a 6-inch or so. It was a larger figure, and then the face could come off, so you could see the lizard face underneath. It was like Barbie sized type of action.
Damn, that's fucked up, man. That's you know what, man? All right,
You're killing him, Gap.
I'm like, killing him. Yeah, I know, right? Like, and then he says, I hear what you're saying, but when they brought Diana back, they canceled the show because they had issues with the original creator getting credit. It could have gone on longer. Wow. So that means if they would have brought back Mark Singer for him to show his original character, then they would have had issues with the creator with that as well.
Right. Kenneth Thompson, if I remember right, who did that. He also, Kenneth Thompson, did he do the Incredible Hulk as well?
I can't remember. I know, but actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think I did a video about a year and a half ago,
Mhm.
about the creator of V actually working to do another book. Like I said, I think I dropped a video
Yeah,
on that.
yeah, that's the book. That's basically the his what he had envisioned for the third miniseries. If a third miniseries was given to him, that book is what it is. It's probably a little bit more grandiose because you can do that in a novel, but the
Right.
premise is what he wanted to do for a remake until Chase Hall took it and did what he did.
Well,
But
there's like a lot of little soft, like little paperback novels, of
yeah,
other of stories based, like just V stories
yeah,
that stuff that we've never seen in the comic book and stuff that we've never seen in an actual TV show.
right. There was a novel series. I can't remember how many novels. I actually had some of them, but I gave them away.
I have
Uh,
one.
you have one?
Yeah, I have one of them. I have one of them in the bedroom. Yeah, and I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I didn't know. It actually came out when I was a kid. But I mean, just being an adult, like I'm gonna be honest with you, I've seen a graphic, a little on Happy Days, and it was like a paperback deal about this thick, and
Yeah.
it was the adventures of Chachi and Fonz
Oh, yeah.
and I'm like, well, damn, and it's like I didn't know that outside of the TV show, they had more. It was kind of one of those things. Like I knew that they had the comic book for V,
Hmm.
but I didn't know they had actual,
Novels.
paperback novels and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was surprised when I seen it for Happy Days, and then
Hmm.
for Happy Days for like 50 cents, I bought that because I was shocked. Shit, I'm looking at a thick paperback, like maybe 100 pages of some story with Richie and Ralph and Fonzie, and I'm like, this. They got a story in the paper. It blew me. I don't know why it fucked me up. I was like, you know what? Let me buy it. I was like, because it was something. I guess it's like buying a trade paperback a story on something that happened in the episode of like a Seinfeld episode, and you're just reading it,
Right.
and you're reading about George and Elaine and Jerry, and you're reading this book, and you're like, well, damn, they had stories outside of the TV show, and it just kind of blew my mind. Like
Hmm.
for me, I understood the comic book thing, but then when I knew that they had more stuff outside of that, like again, novels and shit like that, I was blown away. So wow,
Yeah.
it's
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, the first one, obviously, when it came out, was by Ann Crispin, AC Crispin, and that was like the first two miniseries. I think was so that book is like thick and just has a V on the front, and then they started doing a series of books after that. I don't know how close they were. I can't remember how close they were keeping to the TV show. If there was any context between those or the comic books, it's kind of a little muddled there with all that.
yeah, man.
Now you're making me want to pull out my V. I'm trying to pack stuff up 24. Now you're
I
making
know,
me want
right?
to step them out and start reading them.
I know, man. I mean, shit,
I mean, I got it right
me.
here.
No, I mean, I got mine. I got mine.
Hmm.
I got my shit in like my shit in mint condition, man. I had to make sure. I even had to like rebuy issues to make sure that all my shit was together, man. It's not easy, man, but I found a way. So
Oh yeah, that's right. Kenneth Thompson also did the I believe V series, not V, but the Alienation as
mm,
well. So he had V, which was obviously
you know,
allegory to Nazi Germany. Sorry, Yahtzee Germany.
right?
And then
And it's funny because I have an Alienation comic book too.
yeah,
Alienation #1. Yeah.
yeah, I got from a different company than the one you have
Mhm.
because they were kind of all over. There was like a couple comic printing.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was either Tops or
Yeah, mine wasn't Tops. It's some other one. It was kind of bizarre. It wasn't really following the main characters. It was going with other type of things. So it
no,
put
no.
you
I
in the
mean
world that they had.
the book I had was following the main characters.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
So
that's the one I got. Yeah.
and it's black and white. So it was one of those like kitchen sink presses that they had out. That did that.
Damn. said, "Yeah, the V."
Oh, he's got all the novels. Okay, yeah. Huh.
Yeah, and then see, so it's, look, and I tell you what, at least you know, Gap, that I know what I'm talking about. And he even said, yeah, the V comics are hard to find. He said, I have some of them, and I have the complete set of the trading cards from the show. That's.
I tell you, when I was in high school, this came out when we were in high school. And one Halloween, we wanted to dress up as visitors. We're having such a hard time trying to find anybody that had. We couldn't find anybody that had this.
Right.
But we wanted to dress up as visitors because, we thought, hey, this is pretty freaking neat.
Right. Man, I tell you what, man, Gap be having me like, damn, man.
I'm trying to remember. Did they release a toy version of the God? I'm trying to remember if they did that or not.
I'm not sure. Actually, you can. I mean, you could probably look it up online. You could probably see all kind of stuff that's V related that they have out. All kind of old stuff, new stuff.
Yeah. So a lot of people are starting to make a lot of stuff. I gotta get myself a original series phaser where you can get to take the one out, the little hand phaser and plug it in. I want one of those.
And it's funny. My brother Hephasia says Mark Singer in the Highlander series was also incredible. One of my Uber heroes growing up. I feel you, man. Yeah, Mark Singer. I mean, shit, I loved him in Beastmaster. He's the call out for that bird and shit. But I was like, oh shit, get him.
Yeah, but the first one was a lot better than the second one, though. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, I mean, and he was buff. I mean, he worked out.
Oh yeah, he was ripped. I mean, dude, he looks good, man. If I'm not mistaken, he has his own acting school too.
I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't be interested to see that. But the thing is when people want to talk about women going around in skimpy outfits, watch Beastmaster and come back to you and talk to us.
Beastmaster was the shit. Hey, Zombie Box Reviews in the house. What's going on? He says, hey, chat. Saying what's up to everybody, man. Thank you for being here, brother. Hopefully you're having a good day, man. Hopefully everybody's having a good day.
It's interesting. I believe it was a PG rated movie. The Beastmaster was very loosely based off of Andre Norton novel, but yet you still saw some titties.
You know it's funny. This is the funny thing. When you think back at ratings from back then. Yeah. You talk about things that were PG. Holy smokes. I mean, shit, you would have seen some stuff. I mean, it's funny because you look at them with today's eyes and you'd be like, ain't no way in hell this thing would have been PG or PG-13 by today's standards. When you look at a lot of 80s, 70s, 80s, even some 90s movies, like when you see the way they were rated, they were, I mean, some of them should have been R, and and all kind of stuff, man, and they weren't, man. And there's some stuff, there's some movies that actually show some titties and they PG.
Yeah, well, I mean, in Clash of the Titans, you had at least 2 titty shots and one a butt shot. So
I like, I wasn't complaining.
Yeah, and that's a PG rated film, and I mean, but it was brief above, nudity, not really sexualizing it was okay for PG. But I mean, you started having stuff like, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Wrath of God sequence.
Right.
I mean, that when I saw that, I'm going, how is this film a PG film? This scene right here, but they don't want to have a Spielberg film like that.
Right.
But that was the one that was helping get the PG-13 going, and of course, Temple of Doom was the one that sealed the fate to make sure that we got PG-13 rating.
Sealed the fate, huh?
Yeah. Well, I mean, really, it doesn't mean anything. Honestly. Right. I mean, it's so convoluted with ratings and all that. It's like the rating system stinks. All they should put down there's this film contains this, and this. Good luck. Right. Have fun. And I love it when they sit back and say they're drinking alcohol and smoking.
Right, like fuck yeah. And look, it's funny because Gap says there's also another V novel called V, The Second Coming.
Kenneth Johnson and Ann Crispin. That was one of our saying that was going to be the third miniseries if he could do it.
The one that I have, I haven't read it yet because I knew that because the way it came off, like when you read it, you could tell that it was part of a bigger. It was part of a bigger story.
Yeah.
And I was like, and then so it's like I knew I had like something like the novel that I had. I knew that it was part of a bigger story, and I was like, I don't know where this begins, so I'm not gonna read it just yet because I don't want to read some shit. And I'm reading part 3 of, let's say they put out like 6 novels, and I'm reading the third one in. I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I've always been like that, man. I've always been like that since I was a little kid. I can't watch part 2 or part 3 or something if I've never seen part 1. And I'm like that when I read books and I read stories, and I can't watch a TV show jumping in the middle of, I'm watching season 3 or something. I haven't seen season 1 and 2. I can't do it because I don't know where anything's coming from. I'm like, well, I'm reading how something is, but how did it get to be? And if I don't understand that, then I just don't indulge in the story because I feel like I'm not getting everything, with the progression of how it got there. I don't know. I just was never like that. I never did pick up in the middle of movies and stories or TV shows out the blue. And I don't even understand the premise of how this shit started or why, everything's at this point. I'm just picking up from somewhere about people I don't know. And I don't know nothing about. I just can't. I don't know, man. Some people can do that. I can't, man.
No, I'm saying same here. I mean, there are rare instances where starting at the second book is the best place to start because the first 2 weren't good and you didn't really need to read them. But that's why. Well, I talked about with my terror of trilogies. It's like I'm so tired of book series where you have to get all 3 books or more to understand what the story is. And it's like unlike Brian with Daly and Smith doing the Han Solo and Lando books. Yeah, they had 3 books, but you didn't need to read any of them in any particular order because you can just pick up the last one and they just kind of give you a brief what happened in the previous ones, and it's not really connected in the fact that it's part of a storyline.
Right.
And I want more of that out there. It's like, let's stop doing that. Because when I was reading some of these trilogies, it's like, you have just said the same thing about 5 times. All you're doing is trying to fill space with words.
Right.
And you're not contributing anything more. Just so you can get your word count to get your trilogy. And it's like one of the great things was when he had the duology, just a 2-book series, because Timothy Zahn wanted to do only one of the second Thrawn.
Thrawn, right.
Yeah, where they had the imitator in the clone. He wanted to have that one book, but he wrote so much they broke it into 2. It's just one of those situations. And Tolkien, the reason he is the one that basically started this trilogy thing, and he never intended to have Lord of the Rings sold that way. He wanted it all one book. But England was suffering still from World War II, so paper production was not, they weren't wanting to invest to have this 1,000+ page tome going out there, having it flop, and then all that paper wasted. So they opted to break into the 3 parts. And that's how that trilogy started. 2 were released one year, and then the last one was the next year after that.
Right.
But it seems like once that happened, you started getting trilogy. We have to make a trilogy, even if it means that we drag things out needlessly.
Hey, I wanted to say, take care, Zombie Box Reviews. He says, also need to get going, but wanted to drop by and say hi, man. Appreciate you, brother. ZBR in the house. If anybody hasn't subscribed to him, please do. Zombie Box Reviews, great dude. Check him out. And appreciate you, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, man, that's awesome. And Gap After Dark says no, they only release V Visitor action figures. There's knockoffs of the gun and the ships.
Okay.
Man, I tell you, man, I wish I actually had some V like a V action figure, man. But I do. At least I got I got all the comics in mint condition, man. So
Yep, same here.
that's
Yeah.
and then I mean, look, I mean, to tell you to be honest, man, for anybody to even have the comic books, the comic books like not even in mint condition, like they're like in good or very good or fair conditions. People charging an arm and a leg for those books, and they're not even the best. They're not even in the best conditions. So, excuse me, but yeah, that's
Yeah, well, it's a case of where there's demand, and that has it.
yeah. I mean, it's see the crazy thing is, I remember when those books came out, a lot of people didn't buy them.
No.
I remember. Look, the thing is, when those books came out, there was a lot of combos coming out of a lot of combos coming out at that time that were TV related, and a lot of your TV related comic books did not get picked up because there was a lot of other stuff coming out at that same time that people were buying. Now, from what I recall, when that V comic book came out, at the same time you had you had the He-Man comic book, you had the Transformers comic book, you had a lot of you had like a lot of cartoons that were famous having comic books out at the same time. Then you had a lot of TV shows and stuff, like you had like a Doctor Who came out for the first time in comic books over on DC Comics.
No, Marvel.
Then, was it Marvel?
Marvel Cup. Yep, because
Right.
because Marvel had the rights in the UK in the Doctor Who magazine monthly. Originally was a weekly, then became a monthly. Was published by Marvel Comics.
Well, yeah. Then okay. I thought it was easy, but all right. And then
See, I do comic book stuff.
no, you're good. You're good. But I mean, I'm not even like I'm not even big on Doctor Who, man. So I mean,
Yeah.
I've screwed that up. But then there was stuff like V that was came out at the same time where you had like A-Team the comic book, because I used to so at the same time they had like the A-Team comic book with B.A. Baracus and Mr. T and everybody on there. And it's like, man, so there was a lot of comic books that were based on TV shows and cartoons and stuff like that. And it was like, shit, it was just a lot of so basically it's like, you had that, and a lot of people were buying like X-Men and they were buying a lot of other stuff, Spider-Man, and a lot of those comic books didn't have a long run. They didn't have they only went for like a year or two, most of those comics, and then a lot of them were canceled. And so so the thing is, you had to be around to at least pick it up, and it was scarce. That now it's decades later, and people are looking for it. And you got to think, when it was available, nobody bought it, and the few that did buy it, how many of them kept anything in good condition? And that's what everybody else is, And once the ones that are in good condition, when people put that up for sale, that's when everybody else is basically fighting over it online, and whoever's selling it can sit there and upcharge it because there's not many available, and the ones that are available, how many of them are worth even buying?
Right. I mean, I just looked this up because we were talking about them. I'm seeing figures for the V series, $230. They have one that's basically just a figure, no, nothing, just a figure. He's stripped down, so he's got the lizard head, human body, and then the boots. $50. $50. Yeah, 50. But the thing is, that's part of an auction. So he's hoping to get people to bid in it, but that's the starting bid. It looks like no one's put anything on there, and he's still got 3 days, almost 4 days left on that. But yeah, I mean, 250, 400. Let's take a look. But then there looks like there's some, I don't know, newer stuff that was done where they make it look like they're in the Star Wars packaging. Those are $80. Now the thing is, it looks like in Argentina they had like the fighter and some other ship. So if you're in Argentina, you got to have some interesting toys. The one is $200 and the other is $150, and these are like the little.
Well, I mean, but the thing is, are those official?
Well, it's from Argentina, so
Well, that's the thing. It's like
all right,
you still would have to see if those are actually still original.
right.
Because that could be from Argentina, but they're like a knockoff. Because they've had
Mhm.
a lot of those too.
Oh
And
yeah, those
yeah,
are
so
some
you
good
don't.
ones.
So you just it could be an Argentina knockoff, and okay, you just got fuck that much money. Nah.
Well, the funny thing is, those knockoffs sometimes are worth more than the originals.
Yeah, I've seen that too. Yep. What's up, Pacific 414? How's it going, brother?
Hey, it's Mike. Hey, Mike.
Yeah, man. He says hello all. So, man, thank you for being here, brother.
I'm glad you said something
And
because I don't see chat.
Gap After Dark says 24 and Baron. Do either of you have the full Logan's Run comic series,
No,
including the new ones from the original creator and also the man from Atlantis Comics? You know what?
no.
Yeah.
Logan's Run was a little bit before before I was starting to get into science fiction.
Right.
So no, I mean Logan's Run.
That,
I didn't see Logan's Run until long after. Well, not long after, but after it
no,
was in the
that's
theater originally.
that's a heck
And
of a run of
yeah, and
that's
then
from
they had the
Marvel.
comics, and they had that series, that
Yeah, from Marvel.
television series too.
Yeah, man. Oh man, the series, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. You know what? I've seen the series. I remember that. That was It
Hmm.
wasn't. I mean, it couldn't have been. I mean, because it was TV, so they had to like
Right.
dumb it down. But at the same time, if I'm not mistaken, what, one or two seasons, something like that.
One. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
only about 13 episodes.
Yeah. I was thinking it was very short, but man, that's something to man. Man, Logan's Run,
Let me take a look here. I went for the TV series, you stupid thing.
and
So it was short lived. So it was 19 from September 16th, 77 to February 6th of 78,
78.
and based off of characters obviously by William F. Nolan,
Right.
starring Gregory Harrison. So I want to throw that out there. And yeah, 14 episodes. So I was off by one. So they did 14 episodes. I'm assuming they all aired.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting, man.
Yeah. So yeah. So basically, it was basically your fugitive science fiction. Just a second.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. One goes, the others go. We're having a nice evening here, PB. You know, women. You have to get their word in. I understand. You didn't like Logan's Run TV series. I understand. Now, go. Hopefully, some of that will be taken care of in tag. That dog barks when she farts. She starts to.
Wow. I feel you.
Yeah. Wow. Exactly. Pity me, please. Pity me.
Those are rip-offs in Argentina of the V
Okay.
ships, Baron.
I figured, but the
Yeah.
thing is
So,
I've seen them where they're in the blister packs, and they got some value to them. So again,
right.
knockoffs can be
Yeah.
absolutely.
Appreciate you, Gap, letting us know that, because we don't want to have Baron,
Oh, I'm not going.
parking his money in in all the wrong places.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to do it, but that's why I made sure I said Argentina, because we all know about the bootleg toys.
Mhm.
And I wish I would have had some of those bootleg toys that were Star Wars ones. Man, those things go up in the price there.
Well,
But
I remember those too. I sit there and make fun of them shits, man.
and
Breathe 24.
well, ask Gap about his Merkin Mercantile store.
Oh, he has a store?
Oh yeah, that's Gap's Merkin Mercantile. That's right. If you're bald, down there, call Merkin Mercantile, and he'll take care of you. He'll keep you warm, even when the dogs start barking. 1-800-555-BUSH. That's 1-800-555-BUSH. All colors, all sizes, curly, straight, whatever you wish.
Right.
That's Scaps, Merkin, Mercantile. Back to you, 24.
Right. Well,
Okay.
I mean, you need to. I mean, if you need to step away for a minute, it's all
Oh,
good.
no. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Now, Gap says Logan's Run, the TV show, was very good in my opinion, starring Gregory Harris and Heather Menzies.
Mm-hmm. It was a different take to what they did with the original film.
I know, right? And then Phil McCracken says, "I'm here to listen to Animal Freak Out."
He loves it when the dogs start to bark. And
Oh well,
makes his day. It makes his day.
So, oops, Gregory Harrison. No, it's all good, brother.
Yeah.
And Lady Miss says the puppies. Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, at least we got the animal lovers in the house. So
that's what helps me. That's what helps me.
Well,
and of course, Gregory Harrison. He went on to do Trapper John M.D.
You know, actually, I remember Trapper John M.D. Man. Trapper John M.D. If I'm not mistaken, it went for over 5 or 6 seasons.
Yeah, it was. It went pretty good there.
Yeah,
Cornell Roberts.
I mean, compared to a lot of compared to shows, if I'm not mistaken, it did. I'm thinking it did a good 6 seasons, man, or 6.
Yes, 7. It did 7 seasons, 151 episodes.
Yeah, I knew that it, and actually it was. If you look at the awards and all the stuff, Trapper John M.D. did his thing back in the day, but then. There were see the thing is like when people talk about great shows, you won't hear about Trapper John M.D. not because it wasn't good or it wasn't great. It's because there was a lot of good shit that came out back then, and it was a lot of look. I'm talking about all those shows that came out back in those days. There was so much good shit that as it was good along with them, but it got buried.
Yeah.
So that when you talk about good or great shows back then, you would talk about so much shit before you even think about Trapper John, MD, and even then, you still wouldn't think about him because it would be so much other stuff to still think about. And again, if we were talking TV, if you didn't bring it up, Trapper John would have never came up ever. So that tells you something, but then it doesn't take away from the show.
No. Yeah,
it just came out at a time where it was a good show, but then it was so much good shit, whether it was comedy or whatever, it was just a bunch of good shit. So it just got buried, man. But it doesn't take away from the show.
Well, 7 seasons, that's pretty darn good. I mean, 151 episodes, and this is, of course, a lot of people have to know that this was technically a sequel from the Altman film, not the TV series.
Right.
So this is following. So it's coming from a comedy to a drama, just like you had Lou Grant going from a comedy to a drama and doing well. And then Asner is the only man to have Emmy Awards for the same character, one in comedy and one in drama. Because he got Emmy for Lou Grant in the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and he got Emmy for playing Lou Grant in Lou Grant.
Huh. Appion, how's it going? So, great to have you here. No, I'm just saying what's up to.
Yeah, he did. Penny was asking a question down there. He did wear a rug in Bonanza. He was going bald back then, just like Sean Connery. I mean, he had to wear a toupee even when he was doing Bond in the old days, and he hated toupees. He didn't mind being bald. If he could do without the toupee, he'd be more than happy to. But of course, got to put can't have a hero that's bald.
Well, the thing is, to be honest, he was kind of too young to like it would have fucked up his image.
Oh yeah, and that's
the thing is, people had a certain way that they looked at him, and for him to be as young as he was, if they would have saw him with a cul-de-sac, or with with that little strip of hair from one part, yeah, like that, yeah. Yeah, they would if they would have seen him like that, it would have been a wrap, man. He would just,
Yeah.
it would, I mean, he probably would have gotten roles, but it wouldn't have been the roles that he continued to get because he held on to an image, and fuck it, having some hair on his head helped him. So
Right, yeah, and he didn't mind that, but when he could take that thing off, he was more than happy. He did not have an ego against his bald. You figure a lot of these stars they're insecure because they went bald. I mean, look at William Shatner. Shatner was bald back when he was doing the original Star Trek series, and that was a tube that he was wearing. But Sean Connery didn't have that ego about it. He didn't care if he was bald, but of course he knew he had to wear it toupees for various roles. And of course, look at him in, I believe he was Natural in Indiana Jones. And another part, I can't remember, but I think for the Untouchables, where excellent performance.
In the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Mm-hmm. Now, but he wore a tube for that one. That was I hate that was his last film. That took the wind out.
I mean, it was and to be honest, the reason why that was his last film, it's the critics, man. It's like and he was supposed to have did a part 2 to that. So there was supposed to have been a follow up to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to talk about that shit.
Yeah, no, it's like, talk about a man who had a successful career when he was young, kind of went into a dip. Zardoz, anybody, and then came back as he was older, and he was a sex symbol as an old man, just like hey, shh. I tried the Rogaine, I had to go with the Merkin. Okay, I'm sorry.
Said Baron didn't tell you he was my first customer for Gaps Mercantile.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what, man? Send me. I want to see. I mean, send me the link to his store.
It's a joke thing that we have going on.
Oh, okay.
It's something that it came from. I believe it was Gap, Phil McCracken, and Anna Moss. Between the three of them sniping at each other on a stream. Something about hiding in the bushes with Gap, and it's like I took it from there and started doing the Gap's Mercantile because the bush and one of those strange things.
Right.
Those evolving monsters.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, man.
You even asked me about Star Wars.
Yeah, well, I mean, V took over, man. So
I know V's great.
I'd rather talk about V than Star Wars, but
it's wonderful. I'm not complaining. It's like it was fun talking about V. I don't know where that came. How did we get on V?
No, it was Gap.
It was Gap's fault. I don't mind it. I mean, he's good at it.
It ain't his fault. No, it was that he had bought it up, man.
I want to blame Gap as much as I can, though. I like you, Gap. I like you. That's why I pick on.
So,
they
got the Star Wars coming back, right? It's supposed to be 10 years after.
You have 3 movies they want to do.
Right. Now, did you?
I did not see what they had at the, whatever it is, Star Wars, Kumbaya.
No, he said it came from Darren's mind.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, my mind's a weird place. But
Watermain.
Just hearing that they want to do one film 25,000 years before the series where the Jedi start. There are novels in the EU that explain that already. You don't need to have Disney destroy that as well. Hint, hint. Then they want to do one with Filoni where basically Filoni is trying to put all his series all together into some Marvel-esque.
Right.
It's going to be like Rebels, Ahsoka, The Mandalorian,
Boba.
Boo Boo. And so, which I'm sitting back going, if he's doing a film like that, how is, and no offense to you people out there when I say this, normies going to be enticed to come in there. Just like you're talking about, you're coming in like in a middle book or the last book. What the hell happened? Who are these people? You already
Right.
have enough people asking that as it is about characters as in Star Wars Legends, whether it's the EU or in the Disney, and they don't know about it because, well, or what's going on because they do all this stuff on the TV shows, and then they expect everyone knows what they're going to do with the film, and then they didn't have a plan for a film anyways. So, and of course, the last one is Rey the bestest ever Palpatine. Starting a Jedi Academy 15 years after the rise of Palpatine.
Well, you know what? There was a photo that came out online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you see the photo?
Yeah, it's a Photoshop. Yeah, someone photoshopped up and was causing a little mayhem, saying, "Oh, she's going to be preggers and this and that."
Yeah, exactly.
And nothing's been released. It is like it's just kind of fun to watch some of the people's reactions on that one.
I thought that was pretty. Yeah, Prager's Ray. Yeah. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, wow.
Oh,
but my whole thing is now. I said this before, and now I was saying if these next 3 movies do drop,
mm-hmm.
do you know who the main bad guys could be? Possibly.
Well, in the first one, no, because it's going to be completely.
I think I know. I have a hunch, and as I said it before, I was thinking the what you call them, the Vusan,
The Wills? The Wills?
No, the Usan Vom.
The Vong. The Vong.
Yeah.
I heard rumor.
Now, my whole thing is nobody. I've never heard nobody talk about them. But the thing is, now if you gotten rid of, Darth Vader and his bunch, then you got rid of the first order, whatever fuck them, all them shit. Who else is left? Who I'm talking about? Even if you're thinking the EU or lore or whatever. Mm-hmm. Who else is left? There's nobody left but them who would be formidable. And the thing is, they're having Rey basically do what Luke Skywalker was supposed to have done.
Yeah, 20 years before this film was supposed to happen with the Jedi Academy series written by Kevin J. Anderson.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's not canon.
I know. I'm just saying it was already done.
But I'm saying, but Disney would be the kind of people that would take that enemy and be like, "Yup, that's because there's nothing else that's formidable for them to go against that we haven't seen yet. So what else is left?"
I don't know because I don't think these films are supposed to connect together. I think there are 3 standalone films trying to do 3 different eras of the Star Wars mythology. And one of which that has never been really tapped in the movies at all, and that's of course going back to the beginnings of the Jedi. They do have the EU books. I'm sure they're going to be they're a hell of a lot better. Hint. So I don't think. I mean, the big villain I think you're going to have for Filoni is Thrawn.
Right. But
because everyone's simping for Thrawn. There's too many normie fans out there that go ooh ah or whatever because of Thrawn. Thrawn is a great character, but the Thrawn you're getting with Rebels and all that is not the Thrawn we had. And I'm talking about the character itself is a hell of a lot better with the EU than what they're presenting. But that's going to be the big villain because everyone's got chubby for him. It's like. They've already destroyed his lore with the Rebel series, and by doing so, ruined some very important things that you had, and it's just kind of sad and disgusting. So, and then for Rey, who knows what they're going to have? Again, that's going to be open territory. Are the Sith going to come back yet again? I am all the Sith. Did Palpatine really just go to sleep? Now he's coming back, or what are they going to have for a villain? And yep, the midi-chlorians. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, when that
looking,
came out, what was it? People were saying, "Oh, that's from Ghost Ben Solo. It's Raylo." It's like that's the Union. It's like, yeah. Um, that was one of the things they were sitting back. People were speculating when they saw the pregnant Billy picture.
Darth Maul
I,
and his crew maybe the
well,
bad guys.
well, but they did finally completely off him in Rebels. So,
Right. So
but Darth Maul was going to make an important addition to Star
yeah,
Wars if Lucas still had his hands on him.
he'll be
And
right back. All right, we'll be here.
you know uh, that, that
He was gonna
that's
call his nephew in his sleep. That's Luke Skywalker, folks. Yeah, I know. That's sad how they did that. But
I had a bad dream. I'm going to kill my nephew. Compared to, I sense good in him as he's arguing with Ben about Darth Vader. I mean,
you know, Low Spec says Ray Palpatine coming back. And then could you be more out of touch with the fan base? I know, right? You sure
he's
right
the
about that, Jeff. That's wild. To
he's
throw
the bestest ever. Bestest ever. He can do no wrong.
says
He's more powerful than Luke, Anakin, and the Emperor combined.
I know, right? The Thrawn is all they have left for the
Yeah,
current periods. Well,
yeah.
again, they still have, the way they pull Thrawn, they can go back and get those guys from the darks. What's that? The dark side of the universe.
I mean, unexplored regions. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's still something. Trust me, if that thing, if that comes, look, if they pull that from somewhere, man.
Well, basically, all Disney's doing now is stealing from the EU and making it crap.
Right.
Honestly. Oh, was somebody leaving? Or I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I thought you were saying goodbye to somebody. My apologies.
No. I was just saying, Ampion, they says once they do the Old Republic, then they have the whole world open to them.
Yeah. See, I don't want them to be. I don't want Disney involved with any of that stuff because it's. Can you imagine what they do with it? If they grabbed onto the Old Republic and at least the Old Republic is still considered quote unquote legends. So no, it makes me feel good playing it because it's like I'm not part of the other bullshit universe that they have out there. Sorry, Penny, I said that, but I had to.
No, you're good. No, and also, it's funny because Appion says James Mangold's first Jedi movie is concerning for me.
Yeah,
it's funny because during this Star Wars weekend overseas, he went to say that he's also doing DC Swamp Thing movie.
yeah.
And I dropped a video on that yesterday. And James Gunn went and no, this is new. Like he announced it over this weekend. So this is all new shit. So James Gunn over the weekend also tweeted out like, yeah, James Mangold is going to be, because he announced it over during Star Wars Celebration.
Mm-hmm.
And James Gunn tweeted like, yeah, James Mangold's going to be doing our Swamp Thing movie. It's going to be it's a passion project for him. And when I decided to do this whole new DC universe thing, he was one of the first people that I got a hold of, and he expressed that he wanted to do Swamp Thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I dropped a video on that yesterday, and yeah,
I thought it was rumored, and now it's just official. So.
Right? No, it's official. Yeah, it's confirmed and everything. So basically, from what you're gonna see from him at this point, Indiana Jones right now, and then he's going to be working between Star Wars and DC. So between Marvel, so he's going to be doing Swamp Thing and Star Wars, and that's his next two projects that he's doing right now. Is those two. So that's James Mangold, and you can
let's hope.
check on the channel. Like I said, I dropped the video yesterday, so yeah, if you guys haven't checked it out, please do check it out.
Yeah, if you're not watching his videos, folks, if you're not tuning in and listening to what he's saying out there, you are going to be wholly misinformed. He touches stuff that a lot of people don't, and that's what's great about 24. Because as he told me, he wants to beat to bang his drum to a different, whatever they talk about that. So you're not going to be getting the same old regurgitation with 24. So if you want something a little bit fresh, listen to him.
Thank you, man.
Well, that's true.
Happy. Appreciate it. Ampion says, yeah, they're cherry picking from the EU. Yeah, I know, man. That's said, and then he also said they're also going to mess it up and focus on focus on one project, please.
Well, I mean, the ship is sinking at Disney. I mean, their hotel spaceship is an utter flop. Even when they did a tie-in novel where they're saying Han and Leia had their honeymoon on here to try to get people coming in for that. It flopped. People are not interested in seeing the Abrams verse. It's just.
Hey, Gap says, Baron, we all know you have the reaction figure. Just come out and admit it.
Well, I don't have one that just came out, but I do have a reaction figure because one of my daughters, she got fed up with it and gave it to me.
And then Lowspec says, nah, he has the full-size Ray Triple X doll.
No, she's too flat. She has no boobies. She has no butt. She's a stick walker running around.
Ampion says Swamp Thing is cool, but damn, where is the focus? To be honest, now they say this is going to be a passion project. So to be honest, my whole thing is this: James Mangold, for however he was involved in whatever movies that he's done, I've never seen anything that he's ever done be something that was considered a passion project for him. Mm-hmm. Now, even this new Star Wars movie that he's going to do, he's not chalking it up like, oh, this is a passion project of mine. No, he's just doing a Star Wars movie. Mm-hmm. So for them to say that Swamp Thing is going to be a passion project, yeah. And it's something I said in my video is they're going to hold his feet to the fire when it comes to Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. Now, and he's already did good with Logan, so he's done good with Logan. People are waiting to see what's going to happen with Indiana Jones. Mm-hmm. We already know that if this movie goes bad, it's the company's fault. He's just a guy taking orders. Mm-hmm. At this point, because he's reshot in so many scenes, and he can interchange and any scene that he wants in the fucking movie. He can do so much shit to make the outcome of this movie be something completely different than what anybody's seen at any test screening. So he can do so much shit with this,
right?
But the thing is, it's not because of his choosing; it's because he was ordered to. But the fact that he's sitting there, he's still defending the movie, is going to make him. He's going to be accountable for it because, of course, he's the director. He's going to have to, basically, whether it's good or bad, he's going to have to stand by his product, and for that, people are going to hold him to the fire.
Right.
Hold his feet to the fire. And, but at the same, he's turning around, and he's got Swamp Thing, and he's got a new Star Wars movie.
Right.
So, what are we going to get? And I don't know if Logan was a passion project, but Logan was good.
Yeah.
So now that this is dubbed as a passion project, let's see I'm waiting to see what is he going to do with it, because now it's supposed to be having extra attention since it's something that he's passionate about.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then shit. But what does that mean compared to what we seen? So I don't know. And yeah, Appian, I agree. Logan was fire. They want him to
Mhm.
replicate Logan. I believe that. I mean, damn. I mean, but they want the success. But hopefully we don't get a story of a dude basically going out in the blaze of glory.
Mhm.
It's it's supposed to be seeing him, basically, Swamp Thing. It's like it's going to be his reintroduction to the DC universe.
Mhm.
Under James Gunn. So, what's up, Socks? Man, this is my brother Socks over at Socks Bulletin. You know,
Mhm.
great guy, man. What's
Great
up,
promoter.
Socks? Yeah, Socks is awesome. He says, I hope whatever movie James Mangold makes is better than that Logan movie. I hated that film. The acting was fine. It was that story I hated. Well, the thing is with Logan movie, everybody knows that it's based off of Old Man Logan from the comic book, and the thing is they had to change it so much that a person that loved the original comic book story
Mhm.
of it that went to go watch this, it was one or two. You were either gonna love it or you were gonna hate it. And a lot of people, if they read the comic book, some people were able to deal with this and be like, hey, it was watchable. But then a true comic book fan was gonna sit there that knows better about the story is sit there and watch the movie play out and be like, yo, I don't like this shit because it ain't it's not because it ain't true to the story. And then and it's like I don't
And
know.
I mean, they take. It's like they want to do a film, have a different character, but they don't think they're going to get viewership, so they're going to take something like Wolverine and do something like that. It's like what was it? I believe Highlander, was it Highlander 2 or I can't, or no, Cyborg. One of those films were like supposed to be a sequel of another film, but they turned it into something different because of course the first film didn't do anything good, and even Starship Troopers, which is very loosely based on the book. That was basically a film that they were wanting to do called, I think, Bug Hunt or something, and they realized that they had some problems, so they got the rights to Highline and put it together and mishmashed it so they could have their film, but it was never intended to be a Starship Troopers in the beginning.
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of that's happening out there,
Hmm.
or happened in the past. Is it
Right.
Cyborg? I'm trying to remember what Cyborg was supposed to be. I think it was
Happy on
the Jean Claude Van Damme,
yeah,
and
yeah, John Claude did do Cyborg, yeah, with
yeah,
it was against the black dude with the
mhm,
shades.
yeah, and then like the sequel, they have Dolph Lundgren joining in the sequel. I can't remember.
No, no,
And
no, wait, wait, no, that's not Cyborg. That's oh
anybody,
man,
anybody out there can help us?
that's not Cyborg. No, no, that's you got to give me a minute, man. I'm just trying to hold on. Appion says he has a hot take. He said he loved it. That's not a hot take. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's not a
No,
hot. Yeah, no, ain't
yeah,
nothing wrong with that.
Universal Soldier,
Yeah, yeah,
Dolph Lundgren.
Universal Soldier. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, and I have to thank Appion for that.
Yeah, yeah. See, yeah, look, Appion on fire. That's why I was like, you
Yeah.
didn't like Xavier killing the X-Men? Oh shit, nah. That was a tough one, man. He had the stroke and killed the X-Men. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't. Again, that's But the thing is, fuck, you got me there, man. Just to see that the movie, like I said, it wasn't, thank God it wasn't woke. It was different, man.
Right.
And I never really thought about that shit. That's why now that you mention it, I'm like, well, damn. Now that I'm thinking about it, like, what the fuck do I say about that? I never really thought about that. I was like, I seen it, and I was like, I didn't think too much of it. I was like, that's how this dude wants to write it. But I never, I thought Logan was a decent send off in the world of what they had to work with, because towards the end of all those Fox movies, shit wasn't looking too good, man. So
No.
just for that, Logan was like the send off of that whole Fox universe. Even at the face of the merger,
Mm-hmm.
between well, not, it ain't no fucking merger. It's basically Disney buying out Fox.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just to see, Fox basically do his thing one last time. I don't know, man. It was just one of those things. It was like, but you know what, Appian, I'll tell you this. You you definitely, that was definitely something to think about, man. Yeah. That was, I thought about it and was like, very interesting, man.
Definitely.
And Penny says, "What's up, Socks?" And Ampion says,
It's his jam.
"Starship Troopers is my jam. I'm doing my part."
It was a good movie. I'm just saying this wasn't Highline. It was not very loosely based on the book.
Yeah, actually, I love Starship Troopers too.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a popcorn flick.
There you go. Yeah, Sock says Old Man Logan comic was even worse. Hulk, yeah, I seen that. Had sex with his cousins. Yeah, with even She-Hulk. Yeah, and Wolverine. By himself kills all the X-Men. Yeah, because he had his mind played with. Yeah, I remember that. And then fight with 20-minute, and has a 20-minute fight with Jubilee. Yeah, man.
It's hard to write something for demise of all your heroes. I think one of the
I know it's I get, the thing is, I'm talking about just the way it looked and the way it played out. It was actually pretty decent.
Yeah, I mean, if you take a look at what was I thinking? I just thought of. Oh God, my brain is going. This is what going insane looks like, folks. Right here. You see me? I had something brilliant I was going to say, and my brain farted. My brain's good at farting. I know he's over there just going.
No, you're good, brother.
No, but Dark Knight Returns. I mean, Dark Knight Returns did such a great job of you didn't see what went down, but you knew something went down. Soups was the one that was one of the instigators of it all, and that Oliver Queen was really pissed off and wanted to take him out. And of course, he had Bruce coming back because he just can't handle the way Gotham is. I mean,
yeah, there was a whole bunch of factors. It was a lot of stuff. Yeah, I just again, the movie was it was all right, man. I didn't say it was the greatest movie, but it was it was decent. It was decent, man. And like I have Logan sitting right over there, man. So I'm not ain't gonna act like I don't own it. I do own it. So
He owns every DVD in the universe,
I
folks.
wish, man. I wish. I
There's
wish
it's
I
going to be the
could.
24/7 Fusion media library of DVD Blu-rays, and it leaves bust right there in the beginning as you enter into the place, and people bow to the statue, saying thank you so much 24 for this. And, that's what's going to happen.
Right. The
I don't know.
stocks. Sock says of all the telepaths in the mansion, none of them could sense that Xavier was having a rain problem and stop him before he killed all of them in that movie. So yeah, that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, it's crazy, well, hopefully if he's a Swamp Thing fan, then
Yeah.
hopefully he read some Swamp Thing comics before he does anything.
The thing is, someone sent back saying I'm a fan, and so this is my dream has been flushed completely down the toilet, especially after Jar Jar Abrams did Star Wars. After he was saying about how he loves Star Wars so much, and couldn't even understand the basics of what Star Wars is about. You said you're a fan and you're doing this crap. It's just I don't At least he was honest about Star Trek, where he wasn't a Star Trek fan doing those films. So you can't really get angry. But when they say they're a fan and all that, it still makes you worry because they start doing their headcanon stuff, which can go into weird areas, and that becomes a new form of canon out there, whether it's a film or a comic book or even a novel. It starts becoming fanfic. Is he frozen? I think he's frozen in carbonite. Fet for Hire must have got Fet for Hire. If you're out there, did you get him? I am not happy that you got him. Oh, there is he. Oh, he's still frozen, folks. Is he? Oh no, he's back. What was that?
I said I didn't know anything had happened. I was just sitting here just
Oh,
reading the
oh,
comments.
you look frozen there, man. It looked like it was like everything was frozen. You sit, man. You'd be great for like Halloween because you sit there and you don't fucking move,
No, I'm
and you
just
could
sitting
be
here
Chris.
looking at stuff, man. I'm just sitting here looking at stuff, man.
Mm,
No, I was sitting here saying that you know, Socks was saying,
yeah,
what he was saying about them. Then Epion says that, you know, Ampion says I like Logan, but I just have questions. Just have
right.
questions about how certain things went down, where were certain characters, how they died, why did certain things happen. So yeah, I definitely understand. Sock says if say this Logan cutting loose in that movie in the woods, that was good. Okay, I feel you here. Okay, yeah. So towards the end of the movie, when Wolverine was having his final fight, Sock says that was pretty good. Okay, all right, I agree with you on that. And Appion says the Holdo maneuver in the Last Jedi, all Star Wars space
Broke.
broke
Yeah,
all
well,
the Holdo maneuver in the Last Jedi broke all
right,
Star Wars space, right?
right. Well, the thing is, though, so did the Force Awakens because technically you cannot hyperspace from a planet atmosphere or into a planet
Right.
because they have a shadow inside hyperspace.
Mm,
That's why you have now that they're having this where you can hyperspace out of planets' atmospheres with the gravity. They have
right.
just now ruined one of the ships in Star Wars whose job is to keep vessels from jumping to hyperspace by making an artificial gravity well, and that's the interdictor class. So
Right.
you can't have this ship no more if you're jumping out of planetary bodies. where the gravity pull is, the gravity is a lot stronger. So yeah, Disney doesn't know what the F they're doing. They even did that with the High Republic, where the person was trying to use his lightsaber to stop him from going down the tree. It's like he was called on it, and he sat back and said, "Yeah, I didn't know anything about Star Wars lightsabers, so you're right. Yeah, then what are you writing a stupid comic for?"
Oh, yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, they're they
Epion,
they're they're admitting their incompetency.
right. Apion says Logan's blood rage was epic. It says fair enough. They forgot about that.
Yeah. And of course, he says about Obi-Wan. I do have a way now to be able to watch some of those shows, and I'm trying to brace myself up for it because it really sounds like Mandalorian is not no it's no longer the Mandalorian. It's the Sackhoff character in there, Bo-Katan show now. You know.
Yeah, well, I heard about that. That's
Yeah,
just seeing all the stuff. Nothing was worse than Obi-Wan. Apion
yeah,
says I agree. Just see that happen. Powers just going wherever they want. That was sad, man. That's wow. What's that? Light jumping in the Rise of Skywalker
yeah.
pissed me off. Unexplained why you can't do that,
hmm
and you hope.
Yeah, you might bounce too close to a star, or get go so close to a supernova that into your trip real quick. So it's like it's traveling hyperspace is a dangerous thing,
Right.
and you have those things that will. And of course, yeah, then you have that Lizzo and Jack Black, and I saw because they had the scenes to try to entice you. It didn't even seem like Star Wars. It seemed like it was almost like, is this a new holiday special? Are they going to
Right.
sing the Life Day song? They're going to have
True.
they're going to do the CGI Carrie Fisher out there singing the Star Wars theme, whatever it is that they had in there, and Wookiees walking by with the red robes. Is this what's happening here? Uh,
Man, just and
and she
Christopher
was so
Lloyd.
horrible. Yeah, Christopher Lloyd. I mean, he can't do wrong in a role. He can make any role good. But I mean, Lizzo was horrible. It was like, oh my god! It's like watching what's her name in Discovery.
And
The Georgia lady was wanting to run for governor and tried going for president.
what?
I can't
And
remember.
so Jack Black was good.
I don't know about Jack Black. He looked like he was kind of hacky in there too. Both of them. I mean, Lizzo was the worst. Then it was Jack Black. It's like, eh. But Christopher Lloyd. I mean, I haven't seen the episode. I just saw the scene where they knight little Grugal. So it's like you're knighting Baby Yoda. I don't know why, but they're knighting him, and the whole thing is just absolutely.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the episode. I just saw that scene. 4 minutes, 5 minutes.
he helped her cheat in a game of space cornhole. Dude, I'm telling you, man, this show. I seen
It's
all
good.
that, man. Yeah, I seen the man.
It, now it's
Yeah.
the Mammalorian. But yeah, I think they jumped the Sarlacc pit. In this one.
That
See
was
what I
shit.
did there? Yeah,
Hey, look, this was funny. He says Lizzo played a member of the Hutt family and she didn't know it.
yeah. Wait until you see her as Lady Baron Harkonnen in the next Dune film. Uh,
Knight him. Huh.
yeah,
Yo,
she knighted.
I'm about to grab me a water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, water or vodka, they look the same. Vodka will get you through this stream better. Trust me, I just finished my whiskey cola. Trust me, it's really been helping me get through these last few months. But yeah, I mean, I might sit down and watch it. Just seeing the little scenes that they have though of like the Mandalorian, and they're talking about, of course, the acolyte coming in here. Take a look at the cast and how pathetic they all look. It's the state of Star Wars is this: is Disney isn't Star Wars. The only thing that is really official Star Wars is what Lucas did, and that was, of course, the 6 films, the first 5 seasons of Clone Wars, um, and also the Clone Wars other animated series that was done. Um, that's all that's really official. They don't even want to acknowledge the 2005 was it 2005 or 2003, 2004, 2005 animated series guy who did Samurai Jack. But Disney doesn't count that one. But I mean, George Lucas had him doing the lead up to Episode 3 in that little mini series of animation. You can't get closer to that. Then you had Shadow of the Empire. Lucas was heavily involved in that. That is, I believe, canon all across the board. And then you have the one video game for not Dark Apprentice, but you had the Star Killer series, the 2 video game series. But Lucas was heavily involved in the first game because he wanted something for his son Jet to have. That should be considered canon because Lucas's fingers were all over that. Anything that's not Lucas, is not official. Yeah, even the EU. I mean, EU is great, trust me, but it's closer to being to Lucas's vision, far closer to Lucas's vision than anything Disney has been doing. So, you got corn nuts, didn't you? I'm jealous. He's got corn nuts, people.
No, potato chips.
Oh, potato chips. Oh, what type? Just regular?
Yeah, just some wavy chips.
Yeah, I really can't do potato chips by themselves. If you have like the plain like wavy or even other one, I like to have the like the dip. Dip them.
No, that's.
But
I just had a few of them now.
Yeah, I mean, the malt vinegar. Sorry, the vinegar and salt and vinegar chips that they have. I tell you, those are the best things to drink when you're having a good English beer. Oh God, it compliments. I love those. There he is, the chip master.
Nah, just.
I am the dip master. Are you the chip master? Chip keeper.
Man, but
I know that was bad. I don't know why I'm laughing.
The Force is female, LOL.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Back on LucasArts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when LucasArts was real. Yeah, man. LucasArts
Oh
was
yeah.
stuff, man. I love all video games coming from there.
I wish they'd bring Outlaws back out on Steam or something like that. That was a great game.
So I like I like that Dave Filoni asked and talked with George about Star Wars. I'll always like that about him. He wanted to talk to the man himself.
Well, yeah, he worked with him with the Clone Wars, so he was deeply involved. George was deeply involved. As Filoni says, George would come down and say, "I want a story about this involving these characters. Go for it." And of course, Lucas would be making comments about what we've considered EU. So you're getting EU characters or organizations or such put into the Clone Wars, which is now official, because George sat back and said, "Hey, Filoni, do this." Okay, right away, sir. But the thing is even Filoni is off track now. I mean, when they're saying that their goal is to have everything tie into the sequel series, and now his film is going to be a mishmash of all the series that he's done. He's directing it,
right?
So for a movie, he's going to be a virgin motion picture director, but he did do live action with Mandalorian.
Wow.
I don't think he's got it to do it. I'm sorry, I don't. I think he's so far off. He's been so corrupted by the Disney machine, or he's not allowed to do things because of the Disney scenes. One of the two. But I mean, so even Filoni, I shake my head. It's like when you were with George, you're doing great. When you had a lot of George influence, like the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian, you saw all those pictures of George on the set. You could tell what he was liking, what he was preferring. But I don't know if there is. I don't even know if Lucas even visited for season 3.
Yo, we got DJ Ronnie G in the house. What's going on, DJ
Oh,
Ronnie G?
I gotta say this, nerd. There we go.
No, DJ Ronnie G said,
oh, he's a great guy. I love
him. Yeah, he's awesome. He says, I still didn't play Rogue Squadron for GameCube. Wow.
Well, I got that on Steam. You know what disappointed me when I met the long-suffering Mrs. Tagg? They had a GameCube with the Rogue Squadron. The sad thing is the GameCube was broke. I couldn't play the game on there, but I do have it on Steam now. So it was a heartbreaking moment. It really was. I thought, aha, I'm going to have some fun. Wrong.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm. That's why I wish that Steam would put out something like Outlaws. That was a fun game to play. It had some great voice actors in there. From Mark Hamill was in there playing a part. So was John Delancey.
Wow,
they pulled in some big voice talent in there, and they have a great soundtrack. I mean, on the CD, the DVD or the CD-ROM, they have the entire soundtrack on the two there. So it's like, okay, I'll go with it. Making it sound like one of the Italian spaghetti westerns. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Ryan G says, love the one for the N64. And New Bomb Turk, what's going on, brother? He said, Tuesday streams now. LOL. No, just hanging out. But
we're going to be talking behind your back, but now you're here, so there goes. I tell ya. He ruins our fun yet again.
Ronnie D says, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, brother. How's it going? Says nerd. Takes one to know one.
Got it. We got it.
Mad. Yeah, that's...
and I hope New Bomb is used to his new sleeping schedule now. I could never handle doing the overnights like that. So, my hats off to you.
Right. Well, hopefully he's adjusting. He said this coming Sunday, he'll be back through. And,
yay! I'll be there.
You and him. Yeah, it'll be great. Hopefully we'll get Vidge on, and that'll be awesome. Heartbreaker, huh? Heartbreaker. Yep.
First thing that went into my pea brain.
Yeah. Appion says it's J.J. Abrams. Yeah, that's Gap After Dark.
Yeah. Gap lost a bet or something.
I know, right? New Bomb says you can't get paid. You can't get past my hearing. I have ears everywhere. LOL. I got you, man. I got you. Nothing wrong with that.
Oh, how perfect! Monday, Tuesday off. So yeah, that's.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
Now that we know.
The more you know. Bum 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 bum. Chips.
Jar Jar Abrams. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah. It's just kind of sad. I'm sorry. It breaks my heart. But I still got all my EU books, which I have to pack. My God, I'm ruining my back even more because of all the books. I hate to know how much weight I have in books. That will be the death of me. I'm sure somebody's going to collapse and take me out that way. I'm absolutely sure.
What's up? We got Mark, Infinitely Tired. What's going on, Mark?
Oh,
that's my brother right there. Says,
yeah,
swinging by to drop a like and say hi and say what's up, 24. What's going on, brother?
What about me? Baron too. Am I
Yeah.
chopped liver?
Nah, man. Appreciate you, Mark. Nah, Mark ain't like
Yeah, good
that.
to see you, man. Mhm.
It's why it's why I'm not sleeping right. LOL.
Mm.
Oh, because of the late nights. I understand. Yeah, it's that's some adjusting there.
Yeah.
That's some adjusting. Hopefully, he says, not much, just checking on what's going on. Nah, we just sitting here talking Star Wars, wrapping
Everything.
that up, and
And
probably gonna get going here in a
and
minute.
V. Yeah, and don't forget
You
V.
know, yeah, I gotta do dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Baron got to do taxes, so things are
Taxes, dinner.
happening.
Yeah. Mhm. You don't get a figure like this if you don't eat. You know.
Oh man, it's all good. But yeah, we just wanted to come on, talk some talk a little Star Wars, see what was going on with some stuff.
Yeah. Just basically talk the shit. No
Yeah,
real.
just shoot the shit, and
Yeah.
we'll definitely all get back together on Sunday.
Beware, everyone. Beware.
Yeah, Mark says nothing much going on, just checking out what's going on. I appreciate that, Mark. I appreciate you, man. Uh, and Mark says, "Sup, Aaron? Sorry for that.
It's
LOL."
no problem. I'm just giving you. Just having fun.
And Capion says, "KK created Cloverfield." Ooh, don't say that.
And Jar Jar was the director, I believe.
Yeah. Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Cloverfield, man. It's
Mhm.
that movie was fucking phenomenal. I love that, man. Cloverfield, very good movie, man. I mean,
Mhm.
I guess for all the things he ever fucked up and did, that Fringe and the majority of Lost was pretty good.
Well, broken clock is right at least twice a day.
Yeah, I know, right?
Hmm.
Epion says, I got fever. Damn, sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully you're feeling better. So the only prescription is more cowbell.
I had a feeling he was going that way.
Damn. Fuck, okay. And don't you? He says, Grace Stream, y'all have a great night. Hey, you do the
Yeah,
same. Thank you.
yeah. Have a good night.
Appreciate that. Ronnie G says, poor Gap. I hope that's not a long obligation to keep that name. I
14
know, right?
days. DJ, 14 days.
I know, right? That's 2 weeks. But he said it was well worth the joke. So
Well, I mean, it was, with the Mexican Iron Man, if you get a chance to prank
yeah,
at Mexican Iron Man, there you go.
yeah, he said he got him real good. So that's awesome. Epion says the other two Cofield movies suck though. Yeah, they did, man. They did. Look, those two movies were, boy, I didn't like them at all. But man, the first Cloverfield, boy, I mean, even the first like 20-25 minutes when it's just the characters and you trying to figure out like what the hell's going on with this party, whatever.
Hmm.
Even all that was
Right.
pretty cool. Like when people were just sitting there watching that, it was enough for not to make nobody didn't even know what the fuck they were getting into when they watched that movie. They were like they
Hmm.
knew it was something that was different, something was about to happen. You didn't know what it was, and you just sat there and the way it built up, it was original.
Hmm.
And especially with it being on that camera to where someone's holding the camera and they're fucking following all the action, you know
Hmm.
basically the equivalent of somebody holding up a cell phone or some shit. It's
Right.
like it's like that, and it's like, well, just to see it unfold in that manner, like how they did with the Blair Witch Project and
Right.
Cloverfield. Man, Cloverfield was awesome. I love that movie. I'm surprised. I've never seen it on Blu-ray. I've only seen it on DVD. I've never seen it on Blu-ray, man. But I love Cloverfield. Good movie. Now the other one, Cloverfield Lane and the other shits. I'm not with that. I own them because it's a part of the universe. I mean, it wasn't nothing for me to get them. It was like a
Hmm.
dollar or some shit. But even still, it was like, well, Cloverfield is definitely the dominant movie, man. It was a damn good movie.
Hmm.
If y'all says I'm fine, uh, same. That's that.
He just needs cowbell, man.
That movie was awesome. Yeah, I love the 80 minutes of excitement. Yeah, you know what? When that movie got rolling, it's the whole thing to it is it took the whole idea of it happening in Manhattan. You know, it's after 9/11. You know, it already got in people's head that if something else was to happen, people was to take the Brooklyn Bridge to, that's what they did during 9/11. So people took the Brooklyn Bridge to get out of Manhattan, and it looked like they were trying to, like they got trapped in Manhattan trying to take the same route, and shit went down, and this monster pops up, and everything's crazy, and it was like, wow, this thing is fucking. It was good. It was good. The action didn't let up. It wasn't woke. It wasn't nothing, man. It was regular people looking like they trying to fight their way through some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was good. It was, they're like regular people dealing with some monstrous shit, and it just to see the outcome was it was fun. It was exciting. Mm-hmm. Trust me, man. A lot of people left out the theater like, what the hell? And it didn't. I don't remember that movie getting bashed. Like
no, it was praised. It had a lot of praise from people. It was one of those things. I think people were thinking, "Oh, he's J.J. Abrams is this great new generation of filmmaker." And
right. Says I worked at a movie theater when that came out, and people would puke in the movie because the shaky cam. I didn't know that. Damn.
Oh, wow. Yeah, motion sickness. Yeah, wow. That'd be something I wouldn't like. I don't like it when you have all that shaking going on, unless you're watching like Live PD and they're doing the chase.
Well, I mean, but then the thing is when you take it from the perspective of somebody actually holding the camera and running right. And trying to keep keep some kind of focus and right. And I mean, dude. If you're trying to run away from shit, and the way the camera was showing was somebody really trying to film this as they were getting attacked and everything else. I mean, this fucking movie did it, man. It was good. It was good. It showed it from a realistic point of view,
right?
And it looked believable, man. Like if shit was to go down, I could see it going down like that. It says it's Godzilla event, but through the eyes of a person. I loved it. Yeah, it was like a first person perspective. Like it was like the way they do it in video games, like a first person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was phenomenal. Exactly, bro. Yeah.
I mean, it was made for 25 to 30 million, which is kind of cheap, believe it, in Hollywood these days.
Wow.
And made 172.4 million. So it made its money.
Yeah, it did. It says I had to clean up some puke from that. Wow. That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it was not, basically JJ, all JJ was a producer. It was written by Drew Goddard and directed by Matt Reeves. So, I mean, how much involvement did JJ actually have in this?
Right. It was a Bad Robot.
Yeah, Bad Robot production.
It was a Bad Robot. But damn, that shit says it cleaned up nicely though.
Well, yeah.
No, and you talking about the movie or the vomit?
Yeah.
No, I'm just fucking. Oh shit, Lady Miss in the house. What's going on? Saying hello to DJ Ronnie G in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, so that's interesting. Did you see the new the Marvels trailer?
For which one? Just in general? No, I haven't. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw the Guardians of the Galaxy one.
No, they came out with a new trailer.
Uh-oh.
The Marvels, yeah.
Oh, the Marvels themselves. Oh.
Yeah.
Our DOA.
All three of them. Drew Goddard did Daredevil for Netflix. Yeah, Drew Goddard. Yeah, he's also one of the writers for for James Gunn in the for his DC universe.
Yeah.
So Drew Goddard is probably the best thing that JJ has going for him. Everybody else that JJ has is fucking trash. I mean, do I keep saying JJ? James Gunn. James Gunn has a team of trash people, and Drew Goddard is the best thing he has right now for the new universe.
I think it's easy to start saying JJ because I think that's what we're all seeing the possibilities of Gunn doing. is JJ fine, in MCUing the DC universe, and everything's so lackluster what he's saying he wants to do, and then all confusing. It's like,
Right.
I don't have much hope for the DCU. I really don't. All
Why
the
not?
things we love, people have to break.
The
Right,
Marvel.
Mouse? The marbles. Yeah.
Appion says it looks like it's gonna be a shitty cop movie. With 3 buddies. It looks like Clueless in space. Like Clueless.
Oh, there we go. That's a good one.
But they were looking like they're saying that it looked like it's gonna be like a Lizzie McGuire in space. It's supposed to be targeted to young teenagers.
Which nothing wrong with that. I want to see more of that. If it's good. Right, Mouse?
He said, I believe in Drew. I do too.
Yeah.
He said, Drew made Daredevil fire. And Appion says, I gotta run.
Okay. Take care, Appion. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you, man. You take it easy, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And you be safe. And had a great time with y'all too, man. Thank you. Take care, y'all. Hey, you take care. Thank you. So I'm about to take off too. I'm over here chomping chips. About time for me to.
As normal, we went about an hour longer than we were talking about doing. It doesn't bother me. It's fun. I mean, when you get a couple people just sitting there chewing the fat, I mean, it's just that, time flies. You're having fun. Got cats attacking, all that fun stuff.
Either chewing the fat or chewing the chips.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I know you guys never really see me eat on this motherfucker, but here we go, right?
A first, a 24/7 Fusion Media first. You mark it on the calendar.
I know.
It will be on a Jeopardy episode. It will be on a Jeopardy episode.
Yeah, well, I won't be doing that too many times, but it's one of them times. But look, man, I'm gonna have to get you back on, man.
Yeah,
we got a bunch of other stuff to talk about. But
I'm kind of free this week here. I think about tomorrow's. I got some stuff going on, but other than that, I'm free this week.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, I got the comic book roundtable and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta go with Klobby, and I gotta go with Pacific. So yeah.
Yeah. But, so I mean, we'll catch up during the later half of the week.
Yeah.
And we'll
Thursday.
Make it happen. That way we can get a chance to kick it again. So that'll be pretty cool.
Rock and roll kuchiku, as they say.
Yeah, you know it, man. So but with that, want to tell everybody, thank you all for being here, man. Appreciate everybody taking the time, hanging out with us. We had a great time. Hopefully, you all had a great time as well. Lady Miss, thank you so much. You're awesome. Thank you.
Oh, the hearts and the flowers. That's sweet.
Man. She's always awesome. Thank you so much. And just wanted to tell everybody, thank you all for being here. You guys have been awesome. You guys, please have a great evening. Go ahead and get you something to eat. Catch you some shows on YouTube. I know it was just great to be on. Great to be here with y'all.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to come on and kick with y'all for a little bit. And I'll be back on tomorrow. I got to do my comic book 101. The first step in what it takes to collecting comic books after you decided what you're going to collect.
Mm-hmm.
Then comes the collecting part, and I'll be covering what step is next. So that's what I'll be covering, and hopefully I'll be going live doing it. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. And Thursday or Friday, you'll be seeing me catching up with Baron again. So And as always, we're doing the Primetime Kings on Sunday. Coming up, brother?
Like I said, it's kind of touch and go with me. I'm hoping I can do something Saturday with Pop Culture Minefield and King Dolphin TV. And of course, Sunday mornings, I got, of course, with the Pacific 414, as well as on Wednesday as well. And of course, like you said, at 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, here on your channel, we have the Kings.
Right. Yeah. Thank you, Penny. Thank you, DJ Ronnie G. Thank you, Hephaestus.
Mm-hmm.
Apion, thank you. Appreciate you. I know Low Spec Linux Laptop, New Bomb Turk, Mark the Infinitely Tired. Thank you all. JJ Abrams, that is too funny. Gap After Dark, I appreciate you, Gap. Yeah, you just Sox Bulletin, my brother. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me see. Hope I didn't miss anybody, man. But I'm thinking maybe I have, but I don't want to miss nobody. I appreciate you again, Penny. I didn't appreciate you. Yup, New Bomb. Zax. Thank you, Zax.
Oh, yeah, Zax, yeah.
Yup. Hephaestus. My brother Robert Pearson, Jeff Pearson. Pearson Brothers, Low Spec Linux Laptop,
Everest Production, yeah, Dork Knight and Everest Production, which is
Everest Production. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Everest is awesome. Appreciate you. And I don't think Yep, that's it. That is it. So we covered everybody. And let me see. What am I missing now?
Oh, Pacific was here as well, and Phil McCracken.
Yep, Phil McCracken and Pacific 414. Yep, thank them. And thank everybody that was just lurking or anybody that'll be checking this out on the replay. Thank you all for being here and supporting us, looking out for us, and spending your time with us, man. We're thankful. And thank you all for being here.
Yeah, you're just as important.
Definitely, thank you. And Ron G says later, crocodiles. And Lady Miss says, Baron, take care. There you go. That's what's up. Thank you, Lady Miss. Appreciate you. You're awesome. DJ Ronnie G, oh, man, thank you. Low Spec, appreciate you. Everybody have a good night. Man, we love you guys. Hopefully, you guys have a great evening and look forward to catching up with y'all tomorrow. And until next time, Baron Norman Tag, 24/7 Fusion Media, and we are out. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.